Alright, what are we doing? I really need to sleep more. Hello and welcome to Writer Sanctuary, and today I want to talk about how much you can make on Textbroker. A Textbroker is a great content mill if you want to get your feet wet with freelance writing. It's really easy to get signed up and you can actually make quite a bit. Unfortunately, everybody's experience is going to be a little bit different. What I make on Textbroker may not be necessarily what you make, but you can make more or less. It all depends on how you approach it. For instance, I've been writing for Textbroker since January 1st of 2012. Now, I've calculated all the money I've made since then, and I average about $17.48 an hour. Now, this is actual time that I spend writing. So like getting up and going to the bathroom, making lunch, going out for walks, stuff like that doesn't count. Because at Textbroker, you are a ghostwriter who is paid by productivity, which means if you're not writing, you're not making any money. So even though I make $17.48 an hour, that's not a very accurate portrayal about how much I bring in. However, this is. Now this is a screenshot of what I made from Textbroker at the end of 2016 to the beginning of 2017. I would show you more after that, but that's about time I got my retaining client, at which point I stopped putting so much effort into Textbroker. As you can see, I was ranging between $350 all the way up to $400. And all of this was done on less than 4 hours a day, 5 days a week. But I had access to a really good direct order client, and this was done from a bunch of different teams. So are you going to make this much money? It depends. There's quite a few things that come into play when you're writing for Textbroker. And like I said, that was with writing less than 20 hours a week. Can you imagine what I could make if I actually put in the effort to write full time? So what kind of things influence how much you make on Textbroker? Well, time is the biggest one. The amount of time you dedicate to writing for clients is going to obviously influence how much you make. Putting in that extra time to crack out as many articles as you can also improves how you appear to other clients when they look at your stats. Like I said in a previous video, most clients adore having a fast turnaround. The faster you are, the more often they come back. And part of managing your time is having a decent schedule set up for yourself. For example, I get up at 6, I start writing at 8, and I'm not done till 5. That's my block of work. Inside that time, I write for my retaining client, Textbroker, my own blogs, do these videos. The point is having a schedule is greatly beneficial. Another element that's going to affect how much you make on Textbroker is your skills and knowledge. As for me, I write between 60 and 70 words a minute. I also know quite a bit when it comes to the things I write about. And even when I come across things that I don't know, I still spend a great deal of time researching it, so I know for the next time. And typing speed, grammar, spelling, everything is all rolled into how much you make on Textbroker. Because if you have to keep doing revisions, you're not making as much. There's been a couple of times where I'd get a revision request and I had to spend twice as much time revising that than I would have if I just sold the article outright. So sometimes you can get a little bit screwed on it. But that's why it's important to learn all you can and practice your abilities. One of the biggest reasons why I made so much in the beginning of 2017 is because of the direct orders. When you get a client who absolutely loves your work, you can charge them quite a bit more than what you'd get on an open pool or even in Teams. This particular direct order client, I was charging a little bit more than 2 cents a word on, which was almost double what the open pool offers. And that client sent me work throughout the entire year of 2016, and that's not including all the different things I did for Teams and the few times I went into the open pool. And my record for how much I've made in an entire week is $543. That was about an average of 6 to 7 hours a day. I also got invited to a level 5 team, even though I was level 4, because of my ability. I'm not bragging, I'm just saying those are the kind of things you come across. Just because you're level 4 doesn't mean you won't come across a level 5 managed team and they invite you to join. There's a whole bunch of different opportunities on Textbroker. You just have to be patient. Work on your ability and make sure you're offering the best quality you can. Outside of the direct orders, teams are another one of the things I make quite a bit of money on. I belong to several different teams that pay quite a bit. This is outside of that level 5 team, and I haven't written for that one for quite some time. They stopped sending us work, so sometimes it happens. But if you get on the right team, they're constantly feeding work into the system month after month. One team I belong to will drop 2,000-3,000 orders all at once every, 2 or 3 weeks? And all the best articles go pretty fast, so as soon as I see that team pop down their orders, I try to do as many as possible, because they're simple, stupid easy, great articles to do. That's one of the key parts to succeeding on Textbroker, is make sure you belong to the right teams. Next is your professionalism. How you interact with clients is surely going to impact how well you perform on Textbroker. And it's not just the clients either. You got the management from Textbroker themselves that usually invite me to all the teams. Several managers used to send me direct orders constantly because they wanted my type of style. You always want to make sure you're offering the best quality possible, even if it's just a small little 100-word article that you're going to make 92 cents on. Because A, those small articles add up, B, the client knows you can do it, and C, there's a good chance he's going to send you more work. And that's the key element to being a freelance writer. Isn't getting the big jobs or the paid out $500 a week. It's being able to sustain yourself. Perhaps one of the best ways to get attention in Textbroker is to make sure you have a completed profile. This includes your entire bio information and the sample articles that you post. You get 3 sample articles to post in Textbroker that clients can look at. I would suggest using a different style for each one of these samples. For instance, you can do one as a product description, another one as a blog post, the third one could be a news article. It all really depends on what your cup of tea is and what you are interested in. My point is making sure all the information in Textbroker is filled out because that's what clients will use to find you. And it wouldn't be a bad idea to go back and redo your sample articles every 6 months, only because your skills are surely going to increase and you might change your interests. It's all about giving it a fresh appearance. Another one of my secrets to success is my workspace. Now, in the past, I had the most uncomfortable chair you can possibly think of, and it affected my work. It was really difficult to sit at my desk every day and write because my back was always hurting, my ass would hurt, and my knees would start cramping up. Then I started spending money on chairs like this for about $160 or so, and it vastly improved my comfort level, which affected my work. It didn't hurt to sit at my desk for extended periods of time when I started buying these new chairs. Sometimes spending the money is worth it. Don't go to Walmart and spend it on the $50 chairs because they suck. I usually spring for the more expensive chairs because they're worth it in the long run. Like I tried sitting in one of those $20 Walmart chairs that were just nothing but the seat in the back, and oh, my tailbone killed me. It hurts so bad to write. And the last thing I want to bring up, and I see a lot of Textbroker writers do, is trying to be too perfect. Most of the clients that go to Textbroker just want content to throw on their website. Now they do want something that's high quality, but I see too many authors trying so hard to make sure every single thing is beyond perfect. This often includes opening up the thesaurus and including these long, extravagant terms and words that no one really cares about. Keep in mind that the average reading level of the people on the internet is at 8th grade. No one should need a dictionary to be able to understand what you're writing. Yes, you do need high quality, but it doesn't need to be overly perfect. If you spend too much time trying to make it flashy, it's going to hurt your numbers. There's been a few times where I turned in a couple of pieces of work that I thought for sure the client was going to send back. Instead, I got a ton of praise and glowing reviews, 5s all the way down the board. Client absolutely loved it. And all I could think to myself is, holy shit, really? And some of them kept throwing more work my way. So do offer quality, just don't spend too much time trying to make it sparkle. So those are the things that I do to make money on Textbroker. If you have any questions or need some help, leave them in the comments down below. I monitor the channel pretty regularly. If you want more videos on how to be a freelance writer, subscribe to the channel, leave a thumbs up. But anyway, this is going to wrap it up for the day, and I hope to see you next time.